The AENEID prophecy returns. Book 4. The tragic queen of Carthage. Let's get this started. The return of the prophecy. And so, yes, this is kind of the return of the prophecy for a lot of reasons. But for now, this is what happens in the book. Juno decides that, if he marries Dido, then he has to stay in Carthage and he won't go to Italy. That means no prophecy. Yeah! I can outsmart the prophecy. No, she probably didn't count on the gods actually doing it for her instead. So, you know what happens next? One of the most over-the-top suicides will happen. I spoiled the book for you already. And so, technically, during a hunting party, while they're shooting arrows, and hunting, then eventually a rainstorm happens. And then they decide that they'll need to go. Juno and Venus knows that Juno is playing her, but she decides to get him married anyway, for some reason. And then they have Venus and Juno have Aeneas and Dido in a little cave that they made especially for them, and performs a, marriage ceremony. Let's call it a wedding, shall we? Technically, they're not married, as the ceremony is still yet to happen. Then, eventually, when Jupiter finds out about this affair and lovers, they're like, why isn't he doing the same? And he sends, Mercury, go down there! I chose you, Mercury! As if he was in a Pokemon game. Nope. And after that, there's a lot of things that happened here, too. This way, Mercury comes and tells him, prophecy. Now! Prophecy. And Aeneas like, okay, I'm going, and decides to sneak away with his fleet without explaining anything to Dido. Dido catches him, and then he has to explain himself. And so he says this, but Dido, I can't stay with you. I have to fulfill the prophecy. Worst guitaring ever. And that's exactly what happened. Dido does an over-the-top suicide after being rejected again. I guess it's not again, but losing a husband again. And so she burns Aeneas' possessions, and then after finding Aeneas going with his fleet because of the orders of Mercury, even though he explained that it was not of his free will that he is leaving Carthage, she does the overtop suicide. She climbs up to the fire and stabs herself with Aeneas' neglected sword. And Aeneas has no idea what happened. Seriously, dude? Dido actually sees the fleet leaving, and that's why she stabs herself in suicide. And with her last breath, she curses. And Juno, feeling pity for that person, because her death was not foretold or even decided by the fates. And so she released her spirit from the body before she was intended to even go to the underworld. So Juno takes pity on her and ends her suffering in her life. And that is the end of Book 4. Book 4 complete. I'll see you guys in the next episode, which is going to be a spectacular Book 5. See you soon. Shout out. Peace.